Every family has its secrets. Locked away behind our front doors are the hidden pasts, the buried scandals, and the life-changing decisions that have shaped our families and our nation.
All of my mother's family were murdered in concentration camps. I don't know how I survived.
It's a human right to know who your parents are.
When my mother disappeared, how long it took for the police to take it seriously?
Well, I've heard my father was a spy, so who is this man?
He died of a head injury. I have been told that my father was the cause of his death.
Wow. Every Family Has a Secret uncovers the extraordinary stories behind our everyday lives. This time, two Australian women who were born amidst death and uncertainty try to piece together their fractured pasts.
Well, it all looks so peaceful. It's just hard to believe all these terrible things happened here.
Ellis Treleaven traces her mother's path through the Holocaust to uncover the secrets surrounding her birth.
You and I are both survivors, and we have to stay strong.
And Marie O'Connor investigates the shocking accusation.
This is my birth certificate.
Oh gosh, he's not even on there. That saw her father banished from her life.
It's amazing to see your father for the first time.
One step there. That's it. Oh, good girl. That's terrific.
Perth grandmother Ellis Treleaven knows little about her own mother's past.
Mum was a silent survivor. Wasn't it? But I don't think she wanted to burden her family with what she saw and what went on during the war. Good. Good girl. I did ask her questions, but I never pressed for any answers because I felt it's going to unleash a whole box of demons, so I left it.
Ellis was just 7 when she migrated to Australia in 1952 with her Dutch Jewish parents, Abraham and Helena Hayem. Ellis has always known that her mother lived through the horrors of World War II, but Helena never spoke to her about her experiences during the Holocaust. It was only after Helena died that Ellis discovered her mum had kept a monumental secret from her, a secret that challenged everything she knew about her own identity. Ellis.
Hello, Noni.
Hello, lovely to meet you.
It's a pleasure. Come on through.
Okay, thanks. Ellis, it wasn't until later in your life that you found out that everything that you'd understood always about your birth and your identity was not what you'd been led to believe. Is that right?
Well, my mother died in 1997, and I was going through her paperwork. I found a family book.
Yes. And what's that? Is that a government
thing? This is a
thing,
Dutch
or?
family book, and I'm going through it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before, and it's got A.B. Hayem, my father's name, and Helen de Vries, my mother's name, and then I came across this page, and in it gave my birthplace as Theresienstadt.
So where did you think you'd been born?
Amsterdam in Holland.
So it was the 15th of October,
1944.
And where's Theresienstadt?
Czechoslovakia.
So what did that make you think?
Well,
it's a can of worms, obviously, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought, never heard of the place. What with one thing and another, I looked it up and realised it was a concentration camp.
And she'd never told you that she'd been in a concentration camp?
Never.
Wow. This your mum?
That's my mother, yes.
And is that you?
That's me.
Oh, that's beautiful. You found out that you weren't born where you thought you were born.
Yes.
Did you discover anything else about your identity that piqued your curiosity?
Well, later I found Mum's naturalisation papers.
Right.
I read some interesting information. Daughter Ellis Hayem was born to Mrs. Hayem before marriage when she was held in a prison camp by the Germans. Child acquired the name of Hayem upon her mother's marriage. Well,
gosh,
I realised that the father I thought was my father was not really my biological father.
That must have been a shock.
It was.
So your mother didn't speak to you about her wartime experiences?
No,
Not at all?
not at all.
Do you know why?
She never gave a hint of anything, you know, terrible having happened in her life. It may have been too traumatic for her to talk about it.
Ellis's whole history needs to be rewritten. How was it she was born in a Nazi concentration camp? And how did she and her mother survive? If Abraham Hayem wasn't her biological father, who was? Ellis has recently taken a DNA test, and Ancestry's Brad Argent has the results.
So Ellis, these are your DNA results. And maybe, just maybe, it might help us solve a little bit of this secret.
Thank you.
Big reveal.
As you can see, they're blobs on a map, right? But the blobs on the map tell us something about you. Roughly half of you, or 51% of you, is Jewish. And the other half of you is mostly German,
Right,
with a little bit of English and a little bit of French.
right. I'm just curious how the Germanic part got into my DNA.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So we take what we know, right? Now, you know that your mother was Jewish.
Yes,
So we can be pretty confident that you're getting that 51%
yes.
from mum. And so just based on the DNA, I would be fairly confident to say your biological father, he's probably German.
It's interesting, but I can't. I've got mixed feelings about it, I have to say. I know I was conceived during the war, and I just hope that, you know, the conception took place in a consensual way, not my mother was abused. And that's my main concern.
It's not unreasonable to imagine that she may have been.
Yes, yes.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's something that you need to consider,
Yes.
but there's a whole lot of possibilities out
Yes.
there. But at the moment, it's data.
Right.
It's not the story.
Right.
to discover the true story of her conception, Ellis has travelled to Amsterdam in the Netherlands, where her mother was born in 1920, and where Ellis always thought she'd been born.
We're in St Antonio, Braestraat, the street where my mother, Helena de Vries, grew up with her family.
At the outbreak of war in 1939, Ellis's mum, Helena de Vries, lived with her parents, Mordes and Elizabeth, and her brother and sister in Amsterdam's Jewish quarter. The family's street has been rebuilt in the post-war decades.
My mother's parents had, I think it was a haberdashery shop on the street. All of my mother's family were murdered in concentration camps, bar her sister and one cousin. And I have no grave to go to visit and pay my respects. So whenever I've come to Holland, I always walk down the street and say hello to the ghosts of my family, my mother's family.
Home movie footage from Ellis's Aunt Carrie's wedding in March 1941 shows the de Vries family joyfully celebrating the event. Ellis's mum, Helena, is a beaming bridesmaid. It would be one of the last happy occasions the de Vries family would spend together. In May 1940, Germany invaded and occupied the Netherlands. Anti-Jewish laws were introduced to segregate Jews and restrict their social, economic and legal rights. Jews were removed from government employment, their children barred from attending government schools. Gangs of Dutch Nazis vandalised businesses in the Jewish quarter.
Hello, I'm Bart Wallet.
At Amsterdam's city archives, historian Bart Wallet has found police records showing how Ellis's grandfather Mordes was affected by these events.
Mordus de Vries has stated here that on the night of the 10th of October 1941, his store at St Antonia Braestraat 30 was broken into.
In the same book, he appears for a second time.
In the night of the 28th of October 1941, his store was broken into.
This is the general climate. So all kinds of measures in order to isolate the Jews, in order to prepare for the second phase,
Yes.
of course, which is rounding up and deporting Jews. And what we know of Mordus de Vries is that everything that happened affected him so much
Yes.
that he was sent to the psychiatric hospital of the Jewish community.
Yes.
Back then, at the time, a lot of people thought that if you were in the psychiatric hospital, you were more or less safe. Unfortunately, not that long after Mordus was taken in, everyone was deported and brought right away to Auschwitz, including Mordus.
My grandfather.
Your grandfather, yeah.
With Mordus gone, the rest of the de Vries family fled Amsterdam and went into hiding. In June 1943, Ellis's grandmother and uncle were arrested in a small village in the Dutch countryside.
It appears that they have been in hiding there, and quite soon after they were arrested, deported to Eastern Europe. You can really see that, like, the war is invading the life of a Jewish family and breaking step by step
Yes. Oh,
family
it's
life
horrific.
apart. Yeah.
Somehow, Ellis's mother, Helena, managed to escape the authorities for another 10 months.
Now here we have the first time that your mother's name pops up.
Yes. Helena de Vries.
Yes, that's her.
31st of March 1944, cell 5A.
So here we have your mother's signature.
Right.
And what we know is she was arrested, so she didn't obviously comply with the order of the Nazis to turn herself in.
No.
She must have been in hiding because she was not in her own house. This is basically the last trace we have of your mother during wartime here in Amsterdam.
Oh, right. I'm feeling as though the jigsaw puzzle is starting to take shape, even if it is a tragic picture, and I know it was a tragic picture. Everybody's being torn apart, and people are desperate to escape being caught.
At some point during her time in hiding, Helena had become pregnant.
When it comes to my mother, I think what a nightmare it would have been for her. When she was arrested, from there, I think she went to Westerbork. She would have been 24 years of age, pregnant with me.
Camp Westerbork was the first stage of a journey that for thousands of Dutch Jews would end in a gas chamber. How was it that Helena and Ellis were able to avoid that same fate? In Perth, Western Australia, 63-year-old Marie O'Connor is seeking answers about the father she never knew and the shocking allegation that saw him banished from her family.
Family's my life. My girls are my life. My husband is my life. Apparently my father was Sicilian. His name, I've been told, is Renato. He left my mum when I was very young, and that's all I know. I have 2 half-brothers, and I'd really like to know if there are more sisters out there, brothers out there. You know, where do I come from? What is my background?
Marie O'Connor knows almost nothing about her Italian father. He disappeared when she was a baby and has played no role in her life. All she remembers being told is that her father was a bad man, possibly to blame for the death of her brother, who died in mysterious circumstances in November 1956, just 8 days before Marie was born. Marie.
Hello, Noni, how are you?
I'm really well, lovely to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too.
Thank
Come
you.
on inside.
Thanks very much. So, Marie, your dad has been absent your entire life, is that right?
Yes. I don't know my dad at all. I've never seen him, never met him at all. This is my birth certificate. But as you'll see on there...
Oh gosh, he's not even on there.
He's not on my birth certificate.
Do you know if your mum and your Italian dad were ever married?
No, they were not.
They weren't married?
No.
Is this your mum?
This is my mum, probably in her mid-30s.
Oh, gosh.
A beautiful woman.
Beautiful woman. So there were no photos of your father? There was nothing at all?
I have never seen him. I have never seen a photo of him.
But what were you told about him by your family?
I was actually told that he was the reason that my brother died.
Gosh.
He may have had something to do with the head injury that my brother died from.
That's pretty confronting, isn't it?
It is very confronting.
Mm.
So this is a photo of Mum and my brother Aldo.
Oh, gosh.
Isn't he just delightful?
What a sweetie.
My brother died on the 1st of November 1956.
Mm-hmm.
I was born on the 9th of November 1956.
Is your mum still alive?
No, my mum passed away 12 months ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So what are the main questions that you hope to have answered?
I would like to know who my father was, you know, where he actually came from, his history.
And about your brother?
I would love to know about my brother. I would love to know how he passed. I can't say my father was a bad man because I don't know him. But in saying that...
You want to know?
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know who he was.
Marie has travelled from Perth to the place of her birth, Sydney. Her mother Jenny was a war refugee from Lithuania who emigrated with her family as a 12-year-old in 1949. Jenny's family was placed at the Skyville migrant camp, 50 kilometres west of Sydney. At the site of the old camp, Marie is joined by Italian immigration expert Dr. Gerardo Papalia, who has found Renato Luciani's migration record from 1950.
This is the incoming passenger card of the ship that brought him here to Australia.
Who's that? What a gorgeous looking man.
It's amazing to see your father for the first time. He's nothing like I imagined. I'm just blown away by this photo. Oh dear.
He would have been sponsored out by his brother, Armando, which is his older brother
All right.
who'd come to Australia before the war.
And then he gives his place of birth and his birth date and that he's married.
And he was married. That actually leads us to the next document, which is his application for admission of relatives to Australia.
Renato Luciani, and so he lived still in Sydney. Mrs. Antonia.
Peragna.
And that was his wife.
Yes.
And Alfredo.
Yes, born in
1948.
48.
So I'm presuming that's his son. So I have a brother.
But Renato's Italian family never did join him in Australia. His application for naturalisation in 1956 shows how his life has moved on.
Marital status, separated from his wife who lives in Italy and has never been in Australia. He has 2 children in Italy. He has an association with a woman of Lithuanian nationality, at present residing in Skyville. So he's actually left his wife, met up with my mum, had an affair with her. I was born, and then he decided to stay here.
But by 1957, Renato had revised his relationship status yet again.
And here we have 2 different statuses, actually.
De facto marriage would have been Jenny, would have been my mum. And then for some reason it's been changed to his wife.
His wife.
Whether it's because he changed his mind about being with my mum or whether it's because legally he had to put his wife down.
With pen strikes through their names, the disintegration of Marie's family was complete. Had all this unfolded out of her brother Aldo's death? Gerardo has found a lead for Marie to follow.
Because we've looked into Aldo and we have this document.
Macquarie Park. Wow.
There's one thing I've always wanted to do, is to know where he was, so that I can visit, and now I can. I would love to see where my brother is buried. I would love to take some flowers to his grave. I would like to say hello to my brother that I didn't know. Oh, it's taken all this time to find you. Oh, my beautiful brother. I finally found you. I didn't think I'd ever find him. You know, it's just like you told you had a brother, then he died. And there he is. It's just nice to see his name. It's just nice to know he's here.
Having finally found Aldo's resting place, the mystery surrounding his death remains. Was his father, Renato, responsible? Marie O'Connor is at the Macquarie Park Cemetery in northern Sydney, at the grave of her older brother Aldo. Aldo died as an infant, and his death has always been surrounded by disturbing speculation. Professor David Isaacs, a paediatrician from Sydney Children's Hospital, has been looking into Aldo's case.
My name's David Isaacs. First of all, I just wanted to ask you what you understand about what happened to your brother, Aldo.
I was told that he died of a head injury.
And your father got the blame?
I have been told that my father was the cause of his death.
All right. Well, perhaps you'd like to read this, Marie.
Okay, thank you. This is his death registration in the district of Sydney. Aldo Luciani, he's a male, 18 months. And the cause of my brother's death was tuberculosis, meningitis. So he died of tuberculosis.
So tuberculosis was a disease that was around a lot at that time. About 4,000 children a year in Australia caught tuberculosis then.
Prior to the 1950s, children almost never survived tuberculosis. And while the development of antibiotics saw mortality rates begin to decline through the 50s, TB remained a dreaded affliction, not just for children, but for adults as well.
What do you make of where his dad was? It says that he was
at the hospital.
Lourdes Hospital, and Lourdes Hospital was actually, if you read this...
Mr. Luciani is suffering from pulmonary tuberculosis and is a bed patient at Lourdes TB Hospital. So basically we're saying my dad had TB and that's what my brother died from.
And he would be coughing up lots of these little bugs, these TB bugs, and he would have infected little Aldo.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid your poor father seems to have got the blame for being ill with an organism that he couldn't have done anything about.
Absolutely, yep. It certainly gives me clarity, gives me closure. I know what my brother died from.
And not your father's fault.
No, no. It's nice to know the truth. I feel sorry for both my parents. The fact that my mother had lost a child, had me, no partner because he was sick in hospital, the grief she must have gone through, just traumatic all round. It was just devastating for them both. About my dad, I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know how long he was in hospital. I don't know if he fully recovered. I don't know anything else.
What became of Renato after Aldo's death and Marie's family had fallen apart? If her father was not the bad man that she had been led to believe, who was he? Marie knows Renato's brother, Armando, also lived in Sydney at one time. one of his sons, Marie's cousin, has agreed to meet her.
Hello.
I'm Carlo. I'm your cousin.
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
Same here.
Wow, a cousin. It's great.
This is the El Bongo. This was a coffee shop the family had. Your father used to perform here.
All right.
He had a magnificent voice. They used to do a floor show every Friday, Saturday and Sunday night, and the place used to be packed. How about we sit down and look at some photos?
That would be great.
That's been taken here at the El Bongo. Can you pick your father out of that?
There he is.
Yep.
Tell me what he was like as a person.
Him and I had a very close bond. He would do anything for anybody. He was kind-hearted.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Now, I've got a little surprise for you.
Uh-huh. Oh, God, I've had enough surprises. Trust me.
It's a recording of your father singing.
It's just really nice to hear his voice. That's more than I've had in the last 60 odd years. I've never seen him, didn't know him, don't know why I wasn't allowed to see him.
Well, I can't answer that question for you either, but all I know is that he went back to Italy. I don't know why. We never heard from him once he went back. Pity I can't give you more.
Thank you for at least filling in some of the gaps. It really means a lot. It means a lot, thank you. Hearing my father singing, wow, that was amazing. I just could imagine him standing there. He was in the room. I could feel him in the room. It just was a great feeling. Why did he go back to Italy? I'd like to know where he went, what he did. Does he have any more family over there? Yeah, I'd like to know those things.
Following his trail back to Italy, Marie will uncover the real facts about her father and gain a whole new perspective on her own life. In the Netherlands, Ellis Treleaven is seeking the truth about her conception and birth during the Holocaust. She's travelled to the site of Camp Westerbork, where her pregnant mother Helena was sent after her arrest in March 1944. Most who came here were quickly shipped off to their likely deaths at an extermination camp. Ellis wants to know how her mother managed to survive.
Hello, Alice. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Guido.
Shall we go inside?
Sure.
Westerbork Museum's curator, Guido Abijs, has found Helena on a transportation list.
And this is the list. She arrived at Westerbork at the 6th of April 1944.
Right.
And here you see your mother. And she was sent to the so-called punishment barracks.
Oh.
And sometimes there were 400 people to get in a bag. And they were surrounded by barbed wire fences. And they were guarded too. So they had no possibility to escape. Punished inmates are normally Jews who went into hiding, who not wear the Star of David, actually breaking the German laws.
How long was she here?
She was here, she entered here at April 1944, but she was able to stay till the last day of July.
Right. It's a long time she was here.
May, June, almost 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah. Normally, a punished inmate was sent with the next transport to Auschwitz.
Okay.
But it didn't happen with your mother.
No.
And maybe because she was pregnant, you saved her life. Okay.
Yeah.
At the height of its operation, 2 transports left Westerbork each week, sending around 1,000 people at a time to extermination camps such as Auschwitz-Birkenau and Westerbork. 78% of Dutch Jews, over 100,000 people, would be deported through this camp.
It's an eerie sort of a place to come and think that all this happened, and it's not just fiction, it's all fact. One can't really comprehend it, it's just too horrific, and it makes me feel dreadfully sad. My mother was a wonderful, strong person, but I don't know how she managed to keep her sanity, really, with all the horrible things that happened, and she must have had an inkling of what was going on. But how she was spared, why she was spared, and if she was spared because she was pregnant with me, it astonishes me, really. Sometimes life is just fate, luck, goodness knows what it is, but we were lucky, we were very lucky.
In July 1944, 7 months pregnant, Helena was put on a train out of Westerbork. Her fate and that of her unborn child would hinge on where that train stopped. Ellis Treleaven has travelled to the Czech Republic following her mother Helena's trail through World War II. An hour north of Prague is the town of Theresienstadt, once used by the Nazis as a concentration camp and ghetto called Theresienstadt. Helena was sent here in August 1944, giving birth to Ellis on the 15th of October. Ellis has arrived on her 75th birthday.
It's a pretty little village, surrounded by lovely fields. Well, it all looks so peaceful, and it's just hard to believe that all these terrible things happened here. I think one of the things that'd be interesting to know was how my mother managed to survive being pregnant and how I survived.
Though many perished here, death was mostly from malnutrition and disease. There were no gas chambers. Outside one of the former barracks, Ellis is meeting a world authority on Theresienstadt, Dr. Anna Haikova.
Now this building has a specific connection to your family history. This is the building where your mother lived between August and October 1944, just when she was expecting you.
Right. How did my mother survive?
She was a very resourceful young woman, but she was also very lucky to survive the autumn deportations of 1944, because 2/3 of the population of Theresienstadt were sent to the east.
Propaganda footage shows how the Nazis used Theresienstadt to mislead the world about what they were doing to the Jews of Europe. Coinciding with a Red Cross inspection in 1944, a beautification process was undertaken to make Theresienstadt appear to be a pleasant and harmonious Jewish community where everyone was well treated. But to facilitate this deceit, before the inspection, thousands of residents were deported to Auschwitz.
Your mother's labor started exactly in the middle of the autumn deportations of 1944. And as soon as she had a little baby, she was this is probably the reason why she was protected and not sent to the east.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It really is amazing.
Prior to October 1944, most children and pregnant women arriving here were deported onward to the death camps. Once again, Helena was lucky. This decree was no longer being strictly applied when Ellis was born.
Alice,
yes.
I have something to show you.
Yeah.
This is your registration card for Theresienstadt with your date of birth and with all your addresses.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Parkstraße 12. This was the main hospital during the ghetto times. Alice, this is a very special place for you. This is the building in which you were born.
Gosh.
Yeah.
What can I say? Yeah, it's hard to believe, really. 75 years ago. terrible things happen in the world, and you hate to think that people get put through horrible things like this.
But your mother was a fighter.
She was. I know that. I can't believe I'm here, actually. 75 years ago, born in a little hospital in this location. It's quite unreal. My mother had been walking along those corridors, having me in one of those rooms. Yeah, so it was a bit spooky and macabre, really. Seeing my identification card and having it confirmed, verified, what else can I say? I am one of the last Holocaust survivors.
With so few remaining, the chance to meet another Theresienstadt survivor and hear their memories is a special moment for Ellis. 83-year-old Peter Daniels was born in Berlin and lived under the dark clouds of Hitler's Third Reich.
So I remember a number of times Adolf Hitler would be in front of the parades, and all the German people would be waving their little flags, and how they loved him. And I know that we had to hide the yellow star while the parades were going on.
Peter and his mother were arrested and transported to Theresienstadt in June 1943.
So how old were you when you actually came here?
I was almost 7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
What was life like here?
Well, we had to make do with what we had. What little food that we did have was always the same. You know, it's like potato soup and so on and so forth. I know that we woke up in the morning sometimes and there was a dead body sleeping next to me.
Oh, that's terrible.
After I've been in this camp for about a year, I was able to get into a work party. Mostly what we were doing is we were getting boxes from another concentration camp. I would be taking the box, passing it on to one of the other boys. What happened was we were loading up the boxes onto the train, and one boy dropped the box, fell out of his hands, and it rolled away with us. I remember we were shocked because those boxes contained human skulls. Oh. These skulls came from other concentration camp, and they were actually, I found out later, they were actually skulls of gas chambers. And
I'm so sorry. Oh, that's... Peter, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to open up these old wounds. You and I are both survivors, and we have to stay strong. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ellis and Peter, with their mothers, were finally freed when Soviet troops liberated Theresienstadt in May 1945. In its 4 years of operation, some 33,000 people had died here, and more than 88,000 had been sent onward to extermination camps.
The picture has become a lot clearer for me as to what circumstances I was born into, because I've had so many grey areas. I've felt a bit at sea with a lot of stuff, bobbing about like a rudderless ship thinking, you know, what was my life about?
But for Ellis, the biggest question still remains.
Everybody likes to have a bit of background. They like to know their family, their grandparents, have some aunts and uncles. I didn't have any of that. Who's my father? That's the question. Who's my real father?
For Marie O'Connor, questions also linger about her father. The search for answers has brought her to Sicily in Italy, where her father Renato returned to live in his later years. She hopes that following his trail here will lead her to family. At the Palermo State Archives, researcher Anthea Bullock has found government records relating to Renato.
This first one here, Marie, is a summary of Renato's life. Here we've got an English translation for you if you'd like to have a look.
Luciani, Renato, born in Lipari, and he married Antonina on the 8th of the 5th, 1948, and then married again in 1982. What happened between the two? Did they get a divorce?
There is a divorce information here somewhere.
Okay, sentenced and pronounced in the courts of Messina in 1979. And then he died in Milazzo on the 26th of the 3rd, 2000.
What do you think about the family? Now you've discovered he's got 2 marriages.
I know that he's had a son to his first marriage and possibly a daughter, because there was a son and a daughter on the paperwork. So that's it.
Well, we've actually discovered a bit more about the family. And here you can see we have a family tree.
To Antonina, he had 2.
That's right.
Alfredo and Irma. He had 2 children with my mother. To Caterina, he's had 5 children. 5 children. He was a busy man.
He was a busy man.
So my father created 9 children. That's amazing.
It is amazing. Yeah. Well, I've looked into the situation here, trying to find somebody from the family, and I have found a connection in Palermo.
Oh, lovely.
And I can give you the address if you'd like to go and visit.
I would love to go. Thank you very much. Knowing that I've got an address to see a sibling, it's almost unbelievable. I'm hoping for some acceptance. I'm the outsider here. I'm the unknown. So, acceptance, and for them to acknowledge that I'm part of the family.
After a lifetime of wandering, Marie's dream of finding her Italian family is finally within reach. In Palermo, Sicily, Marie O'Connor is about to meet some of her Italian half-siblings for the first time. Until recently, they have not known of her existence.
It's really exciting and it's lovely. I'm looking forward to being able to say, hello, I'm your sister.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Who am I kissing?
I'm Alfredo.
Oh, hello, Alfredo.
Everything all right?
Everything's good. Lovely to meet you. Finally. Finally.
It's the same for me. It's Irma.
Irma. Irma.
Twins.
Hello. Hello.
Don't cry.
You can cry. It's okay. It's lovely to see you.
It's nice for my sister too.
My sister too.
Yeah.
My brother too.
You don't have a brother and sister there in Australia?
I've got 2 brothers, but not from Renato. No.
Oh, I see.
But no sisters.
We are the original then.
You are. You are. You absolutely are my original.
The original.
Yeah.
Irma and Alfredo are the children from Renato's first marriage.
I haven't got any sisters, and it's really nice to have a sister.
Capirai, ci somigliamo pure. Abbiamo gli stessi occhi con le bozze.
The eyes.
Yeah. Yes. The bags under the eyes, yep.
But you look like her.
Good.
They're twins.
Good. That's the passport photo.
No, you got the moustache, sure.
Yeah. Your father, my father, our father.
Our father.
Very handsome man.
I never see him with a moustache.
And like Marie, Irma and Alfredo had no relationship with Renato growing up. They were only young when he left them.
He was all for the family.
For the other family?
We was forget.
Yeah, okay.
We never know nothing about him.
Did you know about me?
No.
Mi sento molto emozionata, ancora non ci credo.
She don't believe it.
Ci credo ancora.
She don't believe it.
Yeah.
Very nice of you.
Yeah. She's happy?
Sei felice?
Sì, sì.
Yeah.
Finding a new brother and sister is only the beginning. Marie will discover more family than she could ever imagine. On the brink of a life-changing moment, Ellis Treleaven has come back to Amsterdam. Once again, she's meeting up with Brad Argent from Ancestry, who has an update on the DNA hunt for her biological father.
Now, I just want to go over what we talked about before, and it was quite clear from your DNA results. Your mother was Jewish, but your biological father was German.
Right.
I said I was going to go away and ask our experts to have a look at your DNA, but also look at the other DNA that you match with, because often that will lead us to a particular person.
Yes.
So we have a name.
Oh. Are you going to tell me?
We think your biological father is a man by the name of Carl Hogg.
Hogg. Right. Gosh.
Now, what do we know about Carl? Now, during the war, Carl wasn't a soldier who was fighting. He was part of the support group. So
are you telling me he was with the German army?
Yes.
Right.
He was with the German army.
Mm.
During the time that you were conceived, his job was to go to places that had been bombed and, help, put out the fires and clean up afterward. And so this is where it starts to get a little bit challenging.
Mm.
The war records were destroyed, but we know Carl is likely to be your biological father. And we know that your mother was in hiding. So how do we put the two of them together? And so I have a theory. I think what your mother did, being the resourceful woman that she was, is she struck up a relationship with this man because that would give her perhaps another level of protection.
Mm.
Then we know what happened. She ended up in Westerbork.
Yep.
Because she was pregnant, she may have said, I'm carrying the child of a German, a German soldier.
Yes, right.
Now, that could have given her a safety net.
Yes.
I think that process could have been the thing that saved her. And it's the thing that saved you.
It is. Unbelievable. Oh, my goodness.
But I also want to make it sure that you're clear. I don't think it was necessarily consensual
Right.
either, because I think your mother was put in a position where she needed to establish a relationship with a German in order to ensure her safety.
Well, it's still a form of
it's
coercion.
It is absolutely a form of coercion. So possibly not as bad as we thought it was, but it isn't all flowers and chocolates either.
No, I understand that. I understand that. That's, yeah, I get it.
Carl Hogg married and lived out the remainder of his life in Germany, dying in 1979. He had no other children after Ellis.
Hello, Ellis. Good to
Nice
see
to
you.
see you again.
Yes. Come on in.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you feel as though you have a better, complete understanding of who you are now as a result of
Absolutely, I really do. It's been amazing, really, because in the past I sort of feel, a bit like a shadow sometimes, and now I feel as though I'm in colour. You know what I mean? I feel a lot lighter in myself.
So tell me about the information you found out about your father.
It was interesting. Was I totally shocked? I was not totally shocked because, I mean, things happen during the war. People get brutalised, raped, maimed, all the rest of it. And some people have to do what they have to do to survive. Yeah. And, you know, I have accepted what Mum couldn't say and didn't want to say. I just have to respect that. If people ask me who my real father is, I have no qualms about telling anyone. I'm not ashamed of that. I think the only regret is that what the circumstances were, you know. Yeah. But anyway, she survived all that, so that's the main thing.
It's completely incredible.
Yes.
It really is.
Yes.
The most mind-boggling set of circumstances.
I know. Yeah. So I'm lucky to be alive, aren't I? Yeah.
Back in Sicily, there's one last thing Marie O'Connor wants to do to complete her investigation into her father's life. She's travelled to the town of Milazzo, Renato's final resting place.
I feel sad, but I'm glad I'm here. It just rounds everything off for me now. But I'm sad that I didn't know him. I would like to have been part of his life. I can see his face and I know he's here. This is the closest I'll ever get to him. Without it just being, your father was this or your father did that. I'm here, where he is. It's important. And it's lovely. From the beginning, just looking at his photo, I felt a closeness and I felt that he was a kind man. And as I've gone along the journey, I feel that I've gotten to know this man well. Before he was just a name, and now he's a real person. And I feel like I really love him, even though I didn't ever meet him. I feel like I love this man that was my dad. Good to see you.
Hi.
Good to see you. Hello. Good to see you. How gorgeous is it here?
Back in Palermo, Alfredo and Irma have organised a surprise celebration in Marie's honour. They've gathered a whole host of the Luciani clan together for a traditional lunch to welcome her into the family.
Oh, well. Ragazzi, facciamo un brindisi e diamo un benvenuto a Mary a Palermo e in Italia. Oh, it was nice to meet you. I hope you come back again.
I will be back.
Soon. Okay? I'm Mary.
I wished for a big family, and look, this is what I have. I'm so blessed. There's just so many people here I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to get to know them. I'll get to know them. Yeah. It's great to have a sister. It's fabulous. She's a bella.
You have to say bella sorella.
Bella sorella.
What a beautiful sister.
Bella sorella, sì? Sì.